the door when I come at the cut. Well, yeah. Who wanna touch? Who wanna rough me up? Nobody. My head is ready to bust. Do what I do and I say what.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Raiders and the Eagles, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Raiders set to go to work behind their veteran quarterback, and that's Derek Carr. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. Now Carr. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
In man coverage, your #1 cardinal rule, don't get beat deep. And that's why the comeback route is so effective, because that's how they're selling it, Brandon. Taking you all the way upfield before breaking it back down.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Alex Leatherwood, the Alabama man, called for the penalty there. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Shotgun now for Carr. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. First carry for Josh Jacobs. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again, because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs.
That's going to be a good matchup for him. Using him out of the backfield, telling those linebackers, hey, you're not only going to have to try and run with him, but you're going to have to try and tackle him in the open field.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Here's Jacobs. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Now Carr. And he's got it. Touchdown Raiders. Darren Waller, his his third touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Tucker McCann now for the extra point. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So here come the Eagles for their initial possession of the game. They will be led out by their dual-threat quarterback, the veteran from Clemson. It's Deshaun Watson. Now a first down throw, Watson. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Back to Gainwell here on 2nd down. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts...
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. But that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You know, you force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense, but you know what else is happening too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. 2nd down, Jacobs once more. A first down and more for Jacobs. And all the way up to the 45-yard line.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. The football comes out. Jacobs lost it. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The fumble on first down. Now here's 2nd down. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. From midfield, here's Carr. Keeps himself upright. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Here's Sanders. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. A good productive run there on 1st down. He winds up getting 8. From the gun, here's Watson. That's to his running back, Gainwell. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up the 1st down.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Watson. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Goddard. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran now a nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is, and the running back dropped it.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. These two teams all tied after 1. They'll run. It's Sanders. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. He's got a man, complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards.
Good work, boy. Let's go.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On second down now, it's Sanders. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And not only will he not get the few inches he needs, he's going to go backwards. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. They will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the runs.
Under pressure, they got him again. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Las Vegas sending out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 36 yards on the punt with no return, and the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Now back to work for Miles Sanders in the Philly offense. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson being chased out left. And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. It was the safety blitz that ultimately did the job, and they're going to credit him with a sack. The kick by Elliott is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
On first down, Carr. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 38-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way that pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. McCann's kick is good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Watson. And the Raiders have got him. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And this came from the interior of the defensive line. And these guys, they're normally anchors of that spot. And they don't often get clear shots at the quarterback. But in this case, he got past the center and the guard in no time and got there to make the play.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success.
On 2nd and inches, Carr Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Oh, now Miller slow in getting up. He's still down on the ground. We'll check on his status when we get back. Throwing on first down is Carr. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Carr now to throw. And Waller taking it in over the middle. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 19. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Again, they'll throw with Carr. Reception here by Ruggs. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open.
And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs with touchdown number 7 on the year. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. Extra point by McCann, up and good, and that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken just inside the 10. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with 25 seconds to go, we'll see how they want to play this. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. So a little extra on top of the big play there.
It's tough for guys rushing the passer, but you have to know when the ball is gone. And if you listen, officials will tell you ball's gone. He didn't pull up.
On first down, Watson. Smith catches left side. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first. To throw again on second down. Watson, the quick slant caught. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. They'll try to run with Sanders. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Deshaun Watson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles have retaken the lead. So So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation. We try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. Elliott good with a PAT, and that gives him a 3-point lead. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've come to halftime. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line can play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Watson now to throw. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. It's Damon Arnett picking it off. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point by McCann, up and good, and that will make this a 4-point game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Fresh off the pick six, it's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
Check. Hey, 31! He's coming.
Another run with Sanders. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be a 2nd down. Now a carry for Sanders. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 69 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Throwing again is Watson. It's caught by Sanders. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. Off of play action, it's Watson. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Another run here with Sanders. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. To throw is Watson. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be... And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Carr. Looking sideline, incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. And tapping those toes, he tried to get both inbounds. He could not do it, though.
In tap dance parlance, could not complete the shuffle. All right, needed to get that shuffle down with both feet, not just one.
Is that what they say?
There it is. You know, put a little sand down on the stage.
I'll take your word for it, my man. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards.
Can't do that.
They stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up 4th down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
They faked the handoff. Now Carr. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
There you go. Got him again.
Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Carr completes it, and he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. McCann's kick up and good. And with that, they move ahead by a point here in this 3rd quarter. So give them 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say, we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. Watson on 1st down. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. On 2nd down, it's Sanders down to the 25. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Here's Watson. Over the middle, complete. That's Smith. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. 2nd down, back to Sanders. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Touchdown! It's complete. Dallas Goedert, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. This has definitely been a back-and-forth affair, and now they have the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and they gave up the field goal on that last drive, as we remember, but it felt like their offense told them, don't worry about it, we've got your backs. We'll come back with a touchdown of our own, and they did.
two-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And that helps. That gives them a 7-point lead. And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try. And you and I were talking before the game that 2-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for 2 early? That's what people are wondering about.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. Javon Hargrave there on the stop. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Throwing now is Carr. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Johnson.
Well, they've certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
They'll run on 1st down. Jacobs. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he's going to be met at about the 43.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Here's the Raiders punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll go again with Sanders. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 101 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Watson off play action. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
And he'll get this only up to about the 35.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Watson. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Faking the give. Now Watson. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this one is incomplete.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on it.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. From the 50, it's Watson. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Damon Arnett picking it off. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. McCann for the point after. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as these guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They will look to flush the memory of that pick 6 as we now have a brand-new tie ball game here in the 4th quarter, getting down to the good stuff. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Back to throw, Watson. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over it that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And that is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Able to slither by. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments, and you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
Carr now on 1st down. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Now a play fake. Carr. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Javon Hargrave able to record his 5th sack of the season. They will look for some important yardage on 3rd down. From here, it would be a 60-yard boot. Now Carr. Throw left
side complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settle in now 1st and 10. And that'll be dumped off to Gainwell. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? From the gun, here's Watson. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Space to run past the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. 120 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Right back to Sanders on 1st down. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. On 2nd down now, it's Sanders. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders, and they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15.
Right there.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. The kick by Elliott is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
So Carr and the Raiders now down by a field goal, 1:06 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Carr connects with Ruggs, and they're able to get this one across the 35. Carr. Pass complete to Edwards, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Throwing his Carr. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. On now is the field goal team. Here's the Raiders. We'll try for 3. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On now is the field goal team. Here's the Raiders. We'll try for 3. This to potentially send us to overtime. And it's no good, just short. He gave it a good run, but maybe a foot or 2 short of the crossbar. Pressure kick, and I thought he was going to hit it. I thought we were destined for overtime, but not the case.
Not at all, and they were already planning for the overtime you just mentioned, already saying, okay, what are we going to do if we get the ball? What happens on defense? Instead of that celebration and that little bit of euphoria, it turned into letdown city.
So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia.